Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 30th of September. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Worley's, NextDC, Novanix, QANTAS and Strategic Elements. So if you have a request, send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but if you'd like our better ideas, you need to get the Dynamic Investor Report, which comes out every Tuesday. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a broking account with us and have me help you personally, then please let me know. And all the advice here, of course, is general only. So if we look at this daily chart of Worley's, we could see that there was some obvious support back near $10, and it did break that most recently, so that was a negative. It's rebounded along with other energy stocks, but as we could see, it's struggling to get through that $10 mark. So look, at the moment, I think the risk is still to the downside. I mean, if it can quickly get back above $10 and establish new support there, that'd be good. But at the moment, rejecting off that line implies that we're going to see lower levels. Okay, next DC. So we saw this rally since May, and it went back towards the 2020 high, came back naturally, but then sort of started to consolidate sideways, which would have been a positive, but in the last few days it's broken down, and we can see a spike in volume on the way down. So that's a negative now. I think it looks like the overall chart here does now look weak. I mean, there could be some support sort of around this $12 mark, but I think just given the swiftness of this move and the volume, I'd expect a bit more weakness for the time being. Okay, Novanix. So again, fairly similar to a lot of other small caps, sort of a spike sort of end of last year, early this year, followed by a big flat correction. I guess the most recent buy signal would have been here in July. So you had this massive volume spike to get above 250. It's come back and retested, and then off it goes, and we could see good volume. At the moment though, even though it's trending well, we seem to have this sort of double top here. So, a bit of price rejection near $7. So it looks like it's going to stall here. I think if it can get back above 7, that would be a buy signal. Otherwise, it looks like for the moment there's support around 650. So I think a break of 650, you'd have to just brace for a bit more of a pullback. But yeah, at the moment it seems to be no man's land. We need to see what it does between these two levels there. Okay, QANTAS. So if we just zoom out, it's obviously this rally here, very strong looking rally, very good volume on the way up. So that's all good. However, if we just have a look at where it stopped short, so we had the old high in 2020. So QANTAS just managed to get above that high, but it has come back sharply. So we just need to see how it consolidates here. Again, if it can consolidate sideways and just hover under this level for a period of time and just absorb the selling, that would be good. But obviously, if we start to get a bit of a sharp, decline, a bit more follow through, then I think that would be more of a negative. So sideways consolidation would be bullish, and that would prepare it for the next break and the buy signal. Okay, Strategic Elements. So sort of similar to Novanix, sort of big spike up earlier in the year, flat correction. This one's still trying to get going though. So across July, August, we could see some good, some strong trading where it's trying to get back into an uptrend here. So we've got big spikes, flat correction, big spikes, flat correction. Looked like it tried to get going most recently, but It's suffered some price rejection here at 40 cents. So instead of making a new high and sort of sticking with it, it's come right back. So you then need to look at sort of the previous lows here, just above 30 cents for support. I mean, I can see on this particular day it's come back to, it's broken support briefly, but rebounded through it. So basically a nice little false break, but in the last few days it has continued to slide. So it's starting to look negative now that it's breached this line. Really needs to be back above 30 cents pretty much in the next day or two. At the most, it needs to be back up here. But at this rate, it does look like it just wants to slide back towards these lower levels. All right, well, that's all for this week. As always, if you have a request, send it through. I'll try to look at it next Thursday for you.